What up, guys? Welcome to the weekly candle close. I'm sorry I'm late. I honestly got a little lost track of time. Like, oh shoot, I gotta go do my thing. I gotta do it right now. Let me get some music going too. While we get the weekly candle close coming on, we get the pump music going. That's right. Go, 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 go. It's go time, guys. Like the live. Where's the golden thumb? Smash that like button, boys. That's right. Smash it. Not down. Buddy, because that's where we like it, guys. Thank you very much. Get the subscribe bell going. We got that ringing. Subscribe. Bam, bam, bam. In those corners. You guys got it. You know where to find it. Guys, YouTube makes you ask. So we'll get the crappy part out of the way. So now we've asked. Now we're going to take a look at what we got going on today. Let's go, Bitcoin. We got 3 minutes of the weekly candle closes. 3.1. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. We're looking bullish right now. Where are we at? 104? 104? We've been pumping, haven't we? What? That's a good candle close on the 104. I always get worried about the daily CME gaps going. Well, we filled this daily, so that's good. Guys, I got me a White Claw. That's right. The blue White Claw, 8% cranberry. Cranberry, honestly, it's the first one I grabbed. I usually prefer pineapple, but I'll pick cranberry. Oh, that was a fire banging pop. I don't know if you guys heard that pop or not, but let's go. That was a solid pop. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Got 2 minutes till we get the close on. Let's go get the close on. On the 12-minute, strength's coming up. Green dot, blue oscillating waves are bullish. RSI's bullish. The VWAP's bullish. It's slightly in the red, which would be a bearish sign. But if this is just coming up, then technically it's bullish. But it's hard to say at this current moment in time. We have the 21 fall through the 50 bearishness, but everything else is looking like it's going to bend up. So we are going to let it roll. 1.5 minutes till we get the candle close. That's right. We get the close on. We got what do we got? A green dot on the 24, strength coming up. We're just going to shoot through all the quick time frames. The 1 hour is not super bullish, to be honest with you. You got the VWAP below the 0 line, money flow still coming down. You got like lost momentum, strength coming up here. We got the red line saying that we are oversold. A little indecision, not my favorite sign on the 4 hour with the VWAP coming down. Keeping track. Is this weekly close we got going on right now? We flip into the 1 minute where we're watching it. Weekly close, or maybe we'll flip over. Do you guys want to watch on the weekly? You can watch on the weekly. Let's do it. Let's go. Weekly, Paul, what's crack-a-lacking, man? Watching the weekly close. I lost track of time. I should have been on here like 10 more minutes ago. This is going to be a banger of a close, though. That's what I'm thinking. Got me a White Claw. Cheers to you, man. 20 seconds. Come on, let's go. Get that weekly candle close. We got the pump music going on. That's right. Happy Mother's Day, Paul. I know you're not a mother, but hey, Mother's Day, right? Give me a break. 3, 2, 1, bang! Let's watch it go. Come on, give us the green that we see. Blues. Come on, load. We can load any day, man. Any day. Buffering. Here we go. Close it and a nice bullish candle. I think that's more engulfing. The gates are still open on the weekly. Strength still good, man. VWAP slightly curvage down, but dude, that keep pumping. I dig it. Indubitably. I do. What else closed with that? Do we have the 5-day close with there too? No, the 5-day closed yesterday. 50's coming up to the 21, man. 50's coming up to 21. I wonder if I'll shoot through the 21 and be good news for us. 3-day says continuation of strength. The daily is kind of like but I don't care about the daily. Well, I mean, we do care about the daily, but the weekly has more power to it. More power. Power. Erase this. I don't know why this is here. Clearly, it's not bearish divergence. Stacking the sats, man. We just want to stack sats on here. That's right. Oh, shoot. 12 hour. 12 hours. We got a little bit bearish divergence going on here on the 12 hour. Why did the line up here? That was weird. You get bearishness. You can see it shooting sideways from each other. Opposite directions, I mean. Sideways, sideways. I'll see a comment pop up. The one. Who are most the one? Who's the most people calling 8K on ETH? And I always hate when people say most people because I'm like, oh shoot. I mean, like that means it's not gonna happen. That's what most people think. If that's what's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Come on, man. YouTubers, dag them YouTubers. Tell them no. Tell them no. Tell them we're gonna shoot for 10K. That way, if we don't hit it, we get the projection of 8K. Make everybody happier. Did Becker talk about ETH today? Or was that yesterday? Becker just put out a video 19 minutes ago. These tiny AI coins will 85x in May. I'm not gonna lie, 85x seems pretty wild. Mr. Becker. I guess that was one day ago. I had to refresh my YouTube. But Mr. Becker, 85x just seems like quite a big number, man. If 85x, I'll throw my whole portfolio at 85x right now, this far into the bull market. I mean, you guys hear that? 85x, man. You guys, what are you doing here? You should go watch that Becker video. They're going to 85x. Yeah. Talk about clickbait if I've ever seen one. Dude, hey, you know what, dude? The biggest wealth transfer that's happening right now, dude. I think we're just like $4 quadrillion. Where's my mouse at? There's $4 quadrillion in existence right now, including like the whole world. SHIB would be that, bro. Hey, you know, I could see a 1020x on SHIB if ETH could do that. Why not? Why not? Where's Ethereum at? Ethereum. Oh, you know what? Before going to ETH, we should look at the dominance. That's where I really want to see. The dominance is looks like it kind of what comes up on the 12 hour. But dude, it dropped so hard and it's still dropped. Look at the 21 and the 50, bro. If that 21 crosses that 50, dude, continuation. This is just a fake out on the dominance. I'm telling you right now, dude. It's going to come up to like right here. Even though it's not really bulls, like you don't really short dominance, but it's gonna come up to right here, and what I would say it would be a fake out, and then we're woof. We're gonna woof, dude. I'm feeling good, man. This is a good sign. You guys see that? Oh, the VWAP's kind of coming up, the strength kind of coming up, the rest kind of coming up, but this is telling me that we have not cupped. You know, like a woman's cup. You know, it has not cupped yet. We're saying they're bigger. They are bigger than what we expect. LOI bought another billion SHIB now at 72. Jeez Louise, man. You're the most bull of all bulls I think I've ever met on freaking SHIB. You're probably around that one guy I was freaking telling you about, Mar-a-Lago, man. Also, dude, check out the daily. 21's yanking towards that 50, bro. Dropping like firebomb. And you know what I'm gonna see? I'm gonna say how this wave's coming. If we can mellow it out down this yellow VWAP and kind of stretch it out, make a little tap on the bottom, and then use that bottom as a trampoline and shoot us farther down, dude. That's what I'm thinking, dude. That's what I'm thinking. Now, my theory is, okay, so I got a couple different theories going on. I got two big ones that everybody's talking about, and we need to pay attention to. All right, is because some people say 150 to the top. All right, so if this is the altcoin season, dominance, whatever, everything's just running like crazy. Is this the top of the market, guys? If the dominance drops too far down, you could say this is altcoin season. That is it. And first time ever we could end in like summer. Never happened before. It's always been between October and January has been the peaks. So I'm going to do some more research, deep dive into this a little later this week to see if I can help figure out what is going on. But that could be a potential possibility. Maybe it doesn't end in December. If it ends in December, we could be looking at a five wave top, which would be interesting. And that could say 250 Bitcoin, okay? We don't know that yet. Well, yeah, maybe. We have 13%. It's dropped, what, almost 3% in the last freaking, where are we at right here? We ran up from 61 to 65. from 65.38, we dropped down to here. 65.38. So we just dang near dropped 3%. Just dang near dropped 3%. And dude, I'm telling you right now, it's dropping more, bro. It's dropping more. So now there's a couple of different things to think about this too. So I have like these numbers in my head for like all these different coins and how my exit strategy is going to be. And it's when are you supposed to be over total market cap of 70? You know, that's funny. You know, 6 to 7 could be. That's like what, double that what our previous was, 2.5 times. That's a possibility. No, that's probably like 2 times, right? Because Bitcoin itself, I don't know. I have to look at the exact numbers. Regardless, so I got all these numbers in my head of my exit strategy. And let's say I don't hit the top, right? But I hit where my goals are at. And there's some theories out there that this might be the super cycle and like where we expect to drop, like all the normies people expect, it just keeps going. Whatever, man. If that's the possibility, as long as you hit your goals, then you make your life a little easier on the outside. Then you can start focusing and getting back into it, okay? So just make sure that we all have our goals in mind and not try to catch the peaks. That's, I think, a lot of things that distract people. The one. Do we have any news articles today? I have CoinTellTheTruth pulled up right here. I'm just kind of curious to know. I've been the last couple of days, dude. I got on yesterday, dude. I was so darn tired. I was like, I've been doing the crypto lifer approach, bro. I'm like, I'm not taking a day off. I'm like, honey, I gotta go today too. It's Mother's Day. Mother's Day, back-to-back days. She totally gets it though. She's got my back. She's a good wife. But I'm like, can't do it, man. I can't take a day off. I'm gonna keep the lifer approach going, keep the growth going. What do we got in the news today? What do we got in CoinTellTheTruth? I should go to Crypto Panic, but I haven't gotten to that rhythm yet. Keep that energy levels up. Yeah. Hey guys, fun fact for you. Fun fact, I actually double checked myself. And turns out Crypto George RS is right. Cosmos ecosystem, BNB built on top of the Cosmos ecosystem. Fun fact for you, dude. That's some alpha right there. I don't know what type of alpha it is, but it is because nobody freaking knows that. But it's the truth. I'll freaking pull up an article. Maybe I can find some stuff about it and why they built on top of Cosmos, because that could be really interesting content. All right, we got Bitcoin price inches closer to a new all-time high as ETH, Doge, Pepe, and Atom rally. Rallied within 5% of the previous all-time high. Wait, Bitcoin rallied within 5% as of its previous all-time high, and bulls expect the level to be conquered this week. I think so, man. I'm thinking so. Bitcoin holds on its recent gains, increasing the possibility of retest of the all-time high at 109,588. Well, that's a very specific number. Which exchange did they pull that from? BlackRock spot ETF records at 19 days of successful inflows, showing solid demand, dude. I'm telling you what, though, Michael Saylor is happy. He's a happy boy. Select altcoins are showing strength, having broken out of the large basing patterns. And okay, granted, the altcoins, they are broken out and they were like all up, like what, 50% minimum, almost most of them, some of them even more. They have a lot farther to go to get to the all-time high. Let's be real, okay? Even to the all-time high of like December. But we hope, man. We hope. Bitcoin made a decisive move above the psychological crucial 100K level during the week, signaling the bulls are back in the game. I feel like the bulls were back before we hit 100K, all right? Let's just be real here. No downplaying this, Mr. CoinTellTheTruth. Buyers are trying to hold on to the 10% weekly gains over the weekend. Bitcoin's rally has been backed by solid inflows in the BlackRock spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund, IBIT, according to Farsight's investors data. If you guys have ever heard of Farsight's, let me know. The fund stretched its inflow streak to 19 days with the latest trading week attracting 1.03 billion in inflows. Let's go. The rally was not limited to Bitcoin alone, as several altcoins also moved higher. Timeout, drink break. There has prompted analysts to announce the start of the alt season. with some predicting sharp rallies in altcoins over the next few months. However, not everyone believes that alt season has started because the altcoins have made the modest moves compared to the massive price erosion from their respective all-time highs. Could Bitcoin break out to a new all-time high and maintain it? If it does, let's study the charts of the cryptocurrencies, and they may move higher in the near term. You know, it's a real possibility, guys, which I don't really want to say it. Let's just say it double tops. That would be a scary thought, okay? If it double tops at 109, we can't break above it. Is that it? Are we done? End in May and walk away? Sell in May and walk away? Could that still be on the table if we double top? You guys out there in the comments, let me know, Mr. Paul the One and Eric, if you're still here, let me know what you guys think about that, you know, because that could be a real thing. And let's just say it does. What are your thoughts and plans? Let's talk about strategies, okay? Could Bitcoin break a new all-time high, maintain and blah, 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 blah. Bitcoin has been gradually inching toward the all-time high, 109,588, very specific number, indicating that the bulls are in no hurry to take book profits. The rally has pushed the relative strength index, RSI, into the overbought zone. Where are we? Are we in the overbought zone? Yeah, I guess we are, just slightly. That's fine. We're barely in there, guys. Chill out, man. You can stay in there for like another month or two. Chill out with the overboughtness. Time is running out for the bears. Oh, wait, that's where we're at. Overbought zones suggesting a correction or consolidation in the near term. Any pullback is expected to find support between 100,000 and 20-day exponential moving average of $96,626. If this price rebounds off the support zone, increasing the possibility of break above 109,588. If that happens, the BTC USDT pair could surge toward 130,000. Time is running out for the bears. They want to make a comeback. They will have to swiftly yank the price down below the 20-day EMA. That's kind of specific. Why 20-day? Why not 21-day? If they succeed, the pair could plunge to the 50-day simple moving average of 88,000. Well, you know, I'd still be bullish at 88,000. Why not? Unless we double top, that would be kind of scary. I'll have to check that out. The pair continues to climb higher, but the bears are expected to furiously defend 107. How can they say they're expected to furiously defend 107? That doesn't make any sense. How do they know what the bears are thinking? To 109 zone. If the price turns down from the overhead zone of 20 EMA, it is likely to act as strong support and bounce off the 20 EMA. Signals that bullish momentum remains intact. That enhances the prospects breakout of 109,588. Sellers will have to tug the price below 100K to weaken the positive momentum. That opens the door to fall to 93,000, subsequently to 83,000. Okay, first off, if we do fall below, that does not mean that the bears are in control. So I think this is given a lot more credit than they deserve. First off, I think that even if we fell below 100,000, I think that's a good cool off, man. We went up so fast, and usually a lot of the times you can see us shoot up, come down slightly, and that gives us the momentum to go up even higher. So take that, Mr. Coin Tell the Truth. You ever thought of that? Now we got to talk about Ether. Ether skyrocketed from 1,800 to 2,600 on May 10th, indicating aggressive buying by the bulls. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the biggest news that they could say that make me feel like the alt season is coming back. I think there is definitely a bull season coming. The question is this the final, or is this like a midterm run? The up move pushed the RSI in the overbought territory, indicating a minor pullback or consolidation is possible in the near term. The first support on the downward side is $2,320. Okay, to say 2,100. Turns up, the support levels of each USDT pair could extend the rally to 2,800 to 3,000. The optimistic view will be invalidated to the near term if the price breaks below 2,100. That could result in long-range formation between 1,700 and 2,600. And what you said earlier, the one with Ether being predicted about 8K, Man, I really hope that if that is the top, if Vitalik does take profits and creates a pathway for Ether to become more scalable and compete with the competitors as Solana. I think that would be huge, not only for that, but also for anything that uses ZK EVM. I just think that would be a good idea. Why not, Vitalik? Come on, you can do it. The bulls pushed the price above the 25.50. Resistance could not sustain the higher levels. A minor positive favor the bulls is that they cannot succeed much ground to the bears. That suggests the bulls are holding on to their positions as they anticipate the move up to continue. Yeah, I agree with that. I think we're all going to continue. The price turns up from the general current 20 EMA to break above the 2600 could rally to 3K. A deeper correction could begin if the price continues lower and plummets below the 20 EMA. That could sink the pair toward the solid 2100. Okay, well, guys, we went up a lot. You were at 1450 like a week ago. 2100. You telling me that's bearish? Come on, get out of here with that crap. Doge price prediction. Now, Doge is a really funny one because it's so damn inflationary, bro. I was just looking at this the other day, and for Doge to hit its all-time high of like market cap, it's double whatever the price is right now. What's it at? Bubbles. I don't want to pull it up. I'll look at it in a second, but it's like 22 cents. So it's like really like 44 cents, and it's all-time high in market cap, which is crazy. May 10th charge in the short term, 21 cents. The rally is facing selling at 26, which could retest a breakout level at 21 cents. If the price rebounds at 21, the strength will suggest a change in sentiment, selling the rallies to buying the dips, increasing the likelihood of a rally of 31 cents. Buyers want to prevent the upside. They will have to pull the price down below the 20 EMA to 19 cents. If they cannot do that, Doge USD pair could swing to a large range of 26 cents to 14 cents. Cosmos, why am I still reading all this stuff? Like, okay, Cosmos, Doge, that's fantastic. Lido DAO initiates emergency vote to compromise an oracle. The vote will the vote will close in several days and investigated to the cybersecurity compromise ongoing, according to Lido DAO members. That's pretty scary because Lido DAO, like the DAO. Oh, I'm thinking Curve DAO. Okay, maybe not, but still kind of interesting. Like a compromised node. How does one compromise a node? Leo, what's crack-a-lackin', Mr. James? I have a quick question. I have OKX wallet with $3,980 USDT, and I have 12 seed phrase. Legend, Chef, Custom Brave, Gospel Junior. Okay, well, if this is really you, I definitely would never say your seed phrase over a chat. So you should just delete that. In fact, I might do it for you. No. How can I send finance? We are not going to. Where'd it go? Yeah, Leo definitely looks like a bot. Yes, you should go take a seed phrase, right? Silly bot, Leo. I'm a Leo. You guys know that? Not by name wise, but you know, whatever they call that stupid calendar thingy. According to the Lido DAO, and I just response to Chorus or Oracle was compromised in Ether. Balance associated with the Oracle was drained and the incident being investigated. Interesting. So the Oracle was drained in an incident and still being investigated. How much money was drained? And now just belonging to Chorus One Oracle. The Oracle, Chorus One Oracle is not system-wide. The team also said a problem was not due to the coding problem in any particular blockchain, Oracle, or software. Well, you know what? You should use Chainlink Oracle because it's the best. Emergency Lido DAO vote announcement. Rotate single Lido Oracle to related to compromised Chorus One Oracle private key. Stakers are not affected. The protocol remains secure and full operational. The Oracle system is a robust by design with a 5.9 quorum, and all the participants remain safe. Honestly, I don't really know what that means. I went right above my head, but it's okay. Oracle ops function. No sign of issue in Oracle software or reports. Either 8 oracles checked and no signs of compromise. No signs of broader Chorus One compromise. The vote will be started shortly. Do they only have 9 oracles running? Chorus One that the exploit was likely to contribute to a hot wallet private key to leak. key leak, but it is also set up a new machine to expose security moving forward. Well, they shouldn't be using a hotkey. They should, I mean, a hot wallet. They should be using a cold storage. It just makes sense if you're running an Oracle. The incident highlights the need for robust cybersecurity measures and decentralized finance. DeFi, the world's monetary trade and business system, more on-chain and ever more complex digital system, has large attack surfaces. Cyber attacks remain critical for crypto, blah, blah, blah. DeFi. The vast majority of stolen funds were attributed to 1.4 billion Bybit hack in February. Yeah, but they're still tracking that. Like, I can't figure they could offload $2 billion very easily. That's pretty wild. That'd be pretty wild. I actually haven't heard about Bybit recently about that hack. No one cares about PayPal, ventures back, Magic Labs. Okay, well, PayPal. They're so cool. Actual, let's hackers drain wallets with just an off-chain signature. Well, that's kind of interesting. They kind of caught my attention because they just put all this effort into the Spectral update. I don't know how long they freaking worked on it. Ethereum Spectral. Are you guys okay if we read this? If we're not, we can go to charts. Just let me know. Ethereum Spectral upgrade introduces off-chain wallet delegation with EIP 7702, which is also really interesting to the Spectral because the nodes were changed to 2048 ETH from 32, allowing attackers to drain funds using just signed signature. Ethereum's latest network upgrade, Petra, introduced powerful new features aimed at improving scalability and smart account functionality, but also opened up a dangerous new attack vector that could allow hackers to drain funds from users' wallets using only an off-chain signature. An off-chain signature? What do they mean by off-chain? Under the Petra upgrade, this is why you just buy Bitcoin, right? Just buy Bitcoin, you'll be fine. In the Petra upgrade, which went live on May 7th, and Epoch, well, okay. Attackers can exploit a new transaction type to take control of externally owned accounts. Yeah, okay. Without requiring the user to sign an on-chain transaction. Amada, Solidarity, smart contract, blah, 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 blah. Well, did they get hacked? It doesn't look like nobody's gotten hacked yet. They're just saying that it does make it easier. Good morning, guys. With Petra Ethereum upgrade, you only need to sign a message to completely drain before you actually had it signed. Be very careful to what you sign now. Wait, first off, you should be very careful on what you sign in general. That's right, Paul. Just stack sats and chill, man. Yeah, well, there you go, guys. Don't worry about any Petra if you just buy. Don't worry about the Petra upgrade if you just buy sats. Just buying them sats. There you go. Those are articles done for the day. Guys, before we jump into a couple different charts, let's check out what's going on in crypto bubbles. What's actually pumping today? Because I'm kind of curious myself. Usually Sunday is such a dangerous day to trade, but we're going to take a look at the bubbles. No, we're not starting here. We got to start the top 100. Facts. Dude, Picoin's up 48% still. I remember we were looking at yesterday, it was at 91. Oh my gosh. It's up 100% for the week. Hey guys, Trend loves ADA, so we're going to rub into his face that Picoin outperformed his ADA bag. What do you think, Paul? Just off, hear me out. Just have fun with this. What do you think Bitcoin will be at in 20 years from now? So where are we at? 2025, so 2045. What do you think we could be at in 2045? If we are at 100K right now, I don't believe that we'll hit 250. We could hit 200. I'm in the ballpark of 140 to 180 for this cycle. What do you think we'll be at in 20 years from now? That's like 5 cycles? 5 cycles. If the 4-year cycles change, do you really think though, too, Paul, like the cycles won't change? Because I was thinking about this the other day. Like it will always probably be a significant date of like the halving, but at some point when it's like a half a Bitcoin to a quarter of a Bitcoin, like, do you really think the markets are going to change off of that? 2.5 million or 0 in 20 years. You know, I think you're in the ballpark probably of 2.5 over 0. And I feel like it's just going to keep accelerating, you know, like it has been. I remember I had friends tell me to buy Bitcoin at $100, and I was like, dude, it's too close to Revelations, the whole end of the world thing. And then I was like thinking about it in my head. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna stop Revelations from coming. It's written in the book of the Bible. I might as well die rich on an island rather than you know in a trailer park sipping on a Bud Light. buy them sats. Well, it looks like the only thing in the top 100, man, is really Picoin. That's it. Well, let's check out other things. Do you say Picoin is a meme coin? Is that okay? Can we classify Picoin as a meme coin? Because I feel like it kind of is. I don't even know what it actually does, to be honest with you. You can do it on your phone, but it almost feels like a meme coin to me. Dead Squill's pumping another 22%. Fun fact about this token, guys. That guy, I can't remember the dude's name. It could be Lucas or something or other. Didn't get a cent. His squirrel, these suckers didn't get that guy a penny, bro. That's ridiculous. And we got Dead Squirrel pumping, and we got Toshi pumping 12%. Not in the top 100, 178. Okay. The one that really is railroad me right now is Beam, bro. I was buying it like a 1.5 million market cap. I'm still down, dude. I bought that sucker up here, I think. Oh man, I made that. Oops. Stupid. I knew it was high. I was like, it's a cup and handy. It's a cup and handy, right? It should keep going. Nope. I effed that one up real good. I'm pretty sure the chart data over here would tell me I did this. I effed it up. Oh, everything just pumped a little bit. But yeah, I need Beam to come up, man. I really do. But we all need everything, right? I think Beam is probably one of the leading AI tokens, though, in gaming. I said AI tokens. You guys know what I mean. I think you know what it means. The one person that I know probably the most right now is Paul and the One and Eric. You guys have been in here like giving me the best support ever. I'm like, man, Trent, you got to meet these guys. It just seems like a lot of the meme coins are pumping, to be honest with you. I mean, I think Hollow. What's it? Solargenics Hollow is probably the only one that we've seen so far pump that's not a meme. Moo dang. Dude, it's a 500% for the week. Get the frick out, bro. That's unbelievable. It's a soul. I want to know about the Swede ecosystem. What's that walrus coin? What's that at for the week? That's been pumping a lot. It's top 90. Oh, it's really not up that whole lot, to be honest with you, for the week. It's getting kind of big. Oh my gosh. Where were we at? We weren't in the top 500. We were Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin sideways. Get the heck out of here, man. Are we in 2-300? Yeah, Moodang. Goat, Siwas, Maximus. Yeah, okay, whatever. Nero. Let's get diving in the charts now. I had my fun with Bubbles. Bubbles kind of didn't tell me a whole lot, but whatever. Oh, I always get this feel that accidentally end the live button when I'm jumping around on StreamYard. Dun, 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 dun. Before we got DXY opening up tomorrow, what we got going on? Looks like the 21's curving up. I don't like looking at the daily, but it does look like it's gonna be moving up anyways. There's its gap right there. It should almost come down before it continues fills its gap. 21's crossing. The DXY is going to open up tomorrow bullish. The VWAP coming up. The green money flow coming up. We're technically, where we're above 62, 66. You can say we're bearish, but because we're above 60, usually it takes a couple whacks to break below. And it's oversold. Bitcoin is going to be coming up in the next 24 minutes. I want to go break through out of this little flag thing we got going on right here. 200's coming up. 21 just crossed the 50. It's like flip-flopping. You can just barely see it right there. The 1 hour, we got a green dot, just barely. VWAP coming up. I think so. I think we're gonna keep pumping on the 1 hour strength coming up. You got a green dot, you got the VWAP, you got the money flow, you got the strength, and the red waves curving up. So you got 4 bullets right there. Reload that chamber, and we're gonna roll with it. 21 second curving up. Let's go in the 1 hour. 1 hour's bullish. Guys, what do you think about how long can we keep going before we have to kind of cool off, before we can get that next leg up? Do you think we could keep going this week? Dude, 105K, dude, solid. I totally think that is a possibility. It's the first, second week. We're in the first 2 weeks of the month. The first two, it's usually the last week of the month, and the first week of the month is like the best trade. No, I totally think 105 is on the board. I mean, there's no reason to say not. Now, what do you think about 109? You think we will hit 109, Paul, this week? Or do you think we will, 109 and claim it? Or do you think we'll hit like 109 and then kind of come down a little bit back to like 105, 103, kind of cool off before we can take a real run up and break through that 109? So, long story short, are we going to close a candle or just touch all-time high this week? Oh, you didn't tell me what you're drinking tonight, Paul. Who are we at? 109 would be over here. Another leg up. Not even. If we have a leg up like this, we'll be punching. We'll probably be punching. Let's take a look. Give me. 114. That'd be still bullish. Miller highlight, yeah, here you go, man. I like that light stuff. You like Corona, Modelo? I love Corona, man. Dude, for Mother's Day yesterday, we had, I don't know if you guys have Voodoo Ranger. We had someone brought like 3 packs of Voodoo Ranger. Oh man, I got pretty effed up. And then I finished it off that night with a Corona, and I really started liking Stella lately. Because I don't know, I felt like Stella kind of tastes like natural, almost like a lemon-like flavor to it. Dude, I've never heard of Mary Jane. I've never heard of it. Dude, I love beer too, man. I'm a beer guy, bro. I'm a beer guy. Well, if we have the same exact style week we had last week, we're gonna hit 114. How long is this? Let's take a look at this leg, time-wise. Close short of that. We have this. We're gonna pull this up, plug it in right there. We're gonna pull this over here. Say 113 by Thursday the 22nd. 9 days. So it's this, just based off what this could be, we could have 13. Where are we at? What's today's date? 11th, 12th, 11th. 13 days, 11 days. So we'd have 1 full week of just trading sideways, and next week could be the week that we break above it. Hey, what's up, Juan? I was talking to you, bro. Yeah, I've never heard it called that before, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm out of Seattle. I've never heard it called that before. Well, last time I smoked it, man, because I got CDL, so I can't really do it now. But dude, Moo Gang is still pumping. But my neighbor, dude, maybe he grew the stuff, right? And he was super OCD and like how he got it and how he grew it and whatever with his plants. He's like, no pesticides. And then I can't remember what he did, but he had this mason jar, and he told me like every other week he would open it up, air it out for like a half hour, and close it back down, and air it up a half hour and close it back down. And he's like, hey, come over, try this stuff, because we had another buddy who was over smoking it. He's like, that's the shit, man. You gotta come try my stuff. Okay, so we went over there, and we're having this barbecue, dude. We had like 30 people over. I was cooking the barbecue, and my friend's like, hey, buddy, watch this for me. I gotta come back. I'll be right back. So I went over to his house, and he's like, dude, try this stuff. And I'm like, and dude, I held that stuff in there for so long. It was like the smoothest smooth I've ever had. Like, I don't know how he did it, but it was so good. I remember like blowing it out. I don't dabble with it too much. It's because of the nature of my job. But dude, I blew it out. Like, I was looking at the sprinklers. I'm like, dude, I think I have a panic attack right now. Like, that was wild. And I go over the sprinklers and I was like airing my head out. Like, okay, I'm good. Heart rate's good. Let's go back to the barbecue. So I went back to the barbecue to try to be like act natural and whatnot. And I made myself this burger. And I was like, okay, I got this fat ass burger. But I was having this issue, dude, with this stuff, man. It hit me so hard, you know, because I don't usually do this. I took a bite of this burger and I was like, I can't breathe, man. I can't focus on breathing and eating at the same time. So I kind of like swallowed real fast. I'm like, woo! This is going to be hard to eat, man. This totally effed me up. I mean, granted, I was drinking at the same time. Some people say you're not supposed to do both at the same time when I was doing both at the same time. But wow, that was the hardest time I've ever had eating a burger. But it was so freaking delicious, dog. Like, I know they say like smoking Mary Jane like gives you the munchies, but dude, it was the best burger I've ever had. I'll still never forget that to this day. My dad, dude, he was smoking with his buddy one time. I'll tell the story. I won't tell the story. I'll save it for another time. You guys ever been in the XRP chart? It's hilarious, dude. What are you talking about, bro? I got the XRP, man. I can't remember. Some guy actually waiting for 20x. Buy some. I said WTF, dude. I have people like that too, bro. Like, there's this guy I work with, and he's like, dude, XRP to like $100, $200, maybe $500. I'm like, no, the charts don't say that, dude. The charts don't say that. And he's like, but the big money is coming in. What was XRP? Yeah, the big money is coming in. All the bankers are all going to use it and transfer money back and forth. And I said, dude, I get it. I'm an XRP guy. Not gonna happen. I said you're lucky if it hits $19.27. Dude, this year I think is gonna be crazy. I really hope so. I mean, it's been crazy already because it hasn't done anything. I'm like, come on, man. I just see the coil crunching, getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Yes, I think $19.27. It was an 8-year chart pattern. I can't remember the technical pattern's called. It's very non-generic. All in Crypto talked about it, and he pulled it from some other place, but it's pretty much like a falling freaking wedge. And if you break it out, it does say $19.27. Now, if it hits it, fantastic, great. I would be blown away. I think $10 to $12 is probably a reasonable price range for XRP. But it does chart out on an 8-year chart pad, which is still a long time frame. It's hard to. That's why a lot of people don't see it. It shows $19.27 by the end of this market. No, I don't think $7. I don't think so. I think very, very low. If we hit $7 for XRP, I think everything else will fall 20% short of where they're supposed to be. I think you're in the $10 minimum range for around XRP. I could see like $9.80. I could see that. I think that's possible. There's a chart pattern though that does show $19.27. And you know, XRP is one of those ones, man. It could be like this year. It's like, don't fool around. No, I really thought Ripple was going to IPO this year, but Brad Garlinghouse has said they're not going to do it. So, you know, that'd be a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping to take some of my profits and buy Ripple stock with it. You know, it's possible, bro. Nobody knows the future. It could wick to $10, okay? It could wick to $10. I hope it goes to $19. I'll probably DCA out of it. I guess, you know, I probably won't DCA out of it until I see like certain like dominance levels come into effect. Charts like being fulfilled, like you start doing the triangle wedge, and once you start bouncing off the top, are we gonna break above or break below? That's why I'll start taking profits along the way. You guys will probably see me take profits. I'll talk about them all the time throughout the stream. I really don't got anything to hide. I don't got anything to gain either. This is what I did this week. And then you guys might laugh at me like, oh, you should have sold them. I'm like, well, oh, well. What are you going to do? You know, 6 to 7 trillion, I've heard that. I've also heard in the ballpark of 10 to 12 trillion or 8 to 12 trillion. But but say this goes this high, the bear market would be bearable. Dude, XRP will flip ETH, bro. ETH is like such a dino coin, bro. Which I like dino coins, but I feel feel like XRP just does more stuff fundamental. Okay, so like, if I had to choose between Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP, I would go for sure Bitcoin, XRP. That's just how I would do it. Like, I just feel like more fundamentals are with XRP than ETH. That's fair. Can we both agree on that? I'm also a big H-bar guy. Hey guys, totally forgot because I'm not wearing my H-bar hoodie. What do you think? What do you think of this? My shirt. My new shirt. Thank you, TikTok. They got me, man. They got me good. Well, easily XRP mid cap for ETH is high. Bitcoin mid cap is crazy. M cap. N cap. Well, easily XRP M cap. Right. You like that, dude? I know. Oh, dude, I wore that in a freaking liberal town today. I totally forgot, but I didn't want to care less. But it was like those suckers. You guys are distracting me. I'm trying to look at this chart here. I know market cap. I know what MC is. Sheesh. Sometimes my brain thinks faster than my words. Okay, that's just all it is. My mom always said, "Do what I mean and not what I say." I mean, that's pretty common, a common term, I think. Well, XRP's pumping on the 1 hour. I wonder if it's plateauing on the 21 when it kind of start curving up. Dude, if it does hit $19.27, the one, I will remind you of that. And if it doesn't, you can remind me of it too, okay? If it hits $7, I'll be very upset, and we don't want to talk about it. If it hits $7, it needs to go higher than $7. 1 hour is pumping, though. You can't deny that. You should just make a bumper sticker, bro. I bet you would sell that. Wow, the 21's just ripping through it, bro. Yeah, XRP is pumping, dude, on the 4 hour. Look at the 50. It just crossed the 80 and the 100. The XRP is me moving this week. What? Better go higher. Man, it better go higher. 6, 7 trillion. It better go higher, bro. I think there's a lot of different avenues for the whole market to kind of play out. And I think a lot of people get sidetracked that the data is live and constantly changing. So we all have these numbers in our head if everything is perfect, you know, but we'll all kind of see, take it one day at a time. Well, all we know is Donald Trump could go buy all the rest of the Bitcoin supply with using BlackRock. Ugh. That would be crazy. Well, BlackRock could go buy it all too because they want to control that. That's the kind of a scary thing. I mean, you gotta agree, Paul, that BlackRock, I really don't like being involved with the cryptocurrencies. I really don't. I think it's great for short-term price action, but you know, in crypto, I really try to have that long-term time frame, and it's pretty freaky how much money they bought a big Bitcoin. Even Michael Saylor, I don't feel overly comfortable with the amount he owns because Elon Musk took advantage and pretty much took X by force, or Twitter by force, because he held 4% of the supply and he was able to crash pretty much the whole market, liquidate all the puts, or what they call them, in the stocks, and just totally take advantage of it. And that 4%, and Michael Saylor and BlackRock are both right there, and how many other people are? That's pretty scary. You know, it's pretty scary, man. I know Michael Saylor isn't selling anytime soon. He also freaked me out, bro, during the bear market. I thought he was gonna get liquidated. I was like, he needs to buy more, like ASAP, to leverage his longs, because I really thought we could at 15,500. You know, I remember at that time everybody was saying we're gonna go down to like 12,000. That's the next floor. If it breaks 15.5, the next floor is 12.5, and then if we break below that, 9,000, 8,000, or whatever. And granted, you can keep stair stepping down, and that didn't end up happening. But man. You know, you gotta wonder about Michael Saylor, because he does buy at the high. Like, I'm kind of curious about that, like with stocks and stuff. With crypto, how can you buy at the high point and then be able to be like, we're fine at the low point? Like, he's still buying right now, right? So if we go up to go almost to 200,000, well, what if he puts a shizload more money in at 200,000 and we drop back down to like 45K in the bear market? You know, have a traditional bear market or whatever. Like, could that see him liquidated or no? Dude, I bought it 15,500. Dude, I know exactly where I was at that time. I can't remember which garbage route I was on, but I remember watching it live, bro. I told my wife, I messed up a lot right here because I didn't buy BTC. This is where I messed up, okay? 100% learning experience, dude. I was only in the market for like a year and a half. But I remember Bitcoin hit 15,500, and I said, babe, that's the bottom, dude. We had a stack set on the side. I said, you go buy all the alts that we were eyeballing because alts are going to outperform Bitcoin. Dude, I did buy Bitcoin. I put like $1,000 of Bitcoin at that time, but everything else went into like alts, and I didn't realize that alts are going to keep dropping from next year. So, you know, it was my first bear market. I didn't see it coming, but I did hit the bottom of that bear market. I said 15,500. That's it. That's it. And she went and bought it right then and there. We're in the middle of the day, in the middle of her work, in the middle of my work. I said, you gotta walk out, do your thing, go buy everything. I think Crypto Lifer was talking about the fear and greed. I remember watching Lifer buy it right there on live. I think he bought a whole Bitcoin though at 20K. XRP, where are we at in the weekly on XRP? XRP is curving up still. It just got to the zero line. VWAP's above it. Red line's curving up. 21's curving up. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good week, man, for alts. What did we look at the weekly of ETH? Weekly of ETH. Oh, dude. ETH is going to destroy this week. Dude, ETH is going to go on a multi-week run. I'm calling it right now, dude. Look at the 21. It's touching the 200 and curving up. It's literally bouncing off and curving up. The VWAP's hard over the zero line. The red line's like screaming straight up. Even if it decided to like bend flat, it'd be good. You're thinking, well, no, you'll never see 16K again unless something catastrophic happened, like you know, everybody says nuclear war or something like that, where it doesn't even matter. Even still, you probably, I don't even know if you can see. I don't know. 3,500 ETH. You're saying 3,500 ETH like right now? Yeah, that would be crazy, dude. If we triple top on ETH, that'd be such a bearish thing. I don't even want to imagine that. I think about that right now. Bitcoin, like, I hope we don't double top, because we talk about all these numbers right now. And I was telling Paul, the one, that if we go up with Bitcoin and we hit 109 and we drop back down to 110, 185K, was that it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do we double top and it's over? That would be such a scary thought to even think about. Yeah, we'll see, man. We shall see. Never say never. I've learned that in crypto, bro. Never say never, crypto. It's too crazy. Too crazy. Even the RSI is shooting straight up, too, on BD. Or Ether. I don't even know her. Bottom right there. That's real good, dude. Oh, frick, man. Why do I not see these things? Sometimes I see on hindsight, like I see these indicators play out on the weekly time frame, and I'm like, dang, I should have saw that. I would if I saw that, I would have bought that. Doji, you had your confirmation right there on the weekly. Even the monthly, you're curving up and making a red green dot, which that is very beautiful in the monthly. Bank shooting up on the monthly. When was the monthly close? 20 more days, dude. Bullish engulfing. Oh, weird. I just realized I was on the regular candle. It's not hiking a sheet. Whoa, mind blown. Kyle, what's up, man? Dude, I'm a huge H bar bull, bro. Dude, I got hooked line and sinker into H bar. You want a better indicator? What better indicator do you know of? Please, if you know of a better indicator, let me know. And I also thought about trying to create my own Pine script, but that's just too much time, man. Paul. I could totally invite you on the stream, Paul. I would love to have you, but I'm not quite sure how to do it, to be honest with you. Invite a guest. Hey, you know how to do it, Paul? I got you. What if I did that? All right, give me 1 second, Paul. Guys, give me like 2 minutes. I'll see if I can invite Paul on the stream, because this is gonna get more technical than I know how to use StreamYard. So I'm gonna make a quick phone call, and I'll let you know if I get Paul in, because this would be great. I won't be talking to myself. Give me 1 second. All right, Paul, I got you. So for you to come on and talk to, you got to send a link, or I mean, send me an email, Blockchain and Brew. It's in the description. You can find it on X, and then I'll load it up right now, and then I'll send you a link to StreamYard, and you can jump in and talk. It'll be cool, man. BBWP indicator. BBWP. I have never heard of that, but I will check it out. Just for you, one. Just for you. I'm not gonna do it today. Hey, Doji candle on the monthly on HBAR, Mr. Kyle Wamsley. We have that. That is a good sign on a weekly run, and our monthly run, and the weekly. We still have curvature to the up, VWAP coming up, strength coming up, and we're in the. It's probably the peak of the red wave, and so we are looking great. We are looking great on the weekly. The daily on HBAR, we do have something that's slightly concerning off the bat, which I'm a huge HBAR guy. We do have a little possibility of bearish divergence, okay? I don't know how far that will play out, but that is a possibility, okay? We haven't made the full boob hump, but that is possible for us to make the full boob hump. Hopefully we can break above it, and then this will be invalidated. But currently that's what it looks like we have. But that's just one of the bullets in the chamber. We do have the red wave slowly coming in, which is the interaction on the blockchain. And we have look like a slightly outward VWAP coming down where we could just tap and then shoot up. And then we also saying we are oversold with the green line, so there's momentum to go up the upside. Strength is kind of it's slightly almost parallel. But right over here, we have the 21 crossing the 50. Super bullish, and it is shooting up. Dude, I'm just telling you, dude. After looking at ETH, I think we're looking very beautiful for the next couple of weeks to months. What is the email? Blockchain Brew. You can check it out in the description, or you can find it on the X. I'll pull it up right now for you too. See if I can put it in there. That's not quite what I wanted. At Paul what? Crypto Queen. At Paul what? Huh? You didn't do anything, babe. You just nope. You said at Paul. You've been having that problem a lot lately. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand why either. I can only ever see a few things that you've ever posted. Okay. So weird. There you go. Oh wait, I lied. Don't look at that one. I need to edit that. I just did block and brew. Shh, shh. No one saw that. No one saw that. Don't do that. I don't know where that's gonna go. The White Claw hit me harder, man. That 8%er. All right, there we go. All right, I'll once you send me an email, I'll throw you a link. It'll be cool, man. While you're doing that, I'm gonna pull this up too. The one. You're laughing at me. That's mean. I was trying. Okay. I was trying, man. And then we got the bearish divergence on the week. I keep looking over to see if I see your email come through, Paul. Bearish divergence in the 12-hour. I'm just telling you, man. Like, I'm just feeling good about this whole week. 21's crossing the 50, 100, 200. Oh, you were laughing? Dude, I was laughing at Pi Coin too, dog. It's just rocketing up, man. I'm like, I was like, is Pi Coin a meme coin? Dude, I know. It's like, what, WTF? I'm like, what is this? I didn't take it seriously. I thought it was a scam coin for the longest time. I got the H-bar chart, man. H-bar is above 20 cents. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Where are you at? Kyle. If you're still here, Kyle, please smash that like. Hit the subscribe. Oh, we broke the 21 broke below the 50, which is not the greatest sign. Hopefully we can pull it back up. It looks like it might be pulling it back up and we could be yanking it out. The VWAP and the strength and the oscillator waves also look like it's pulling it back up too, which is a good sign. Paul, where are you at, man? I keep looking for your email. I haven't seen it come through yet. Frickin' the one's gonna beat you to it, man. He's gonna send me an email. They don't allow KYC for the US. I KYC and I'm in the US. All right, give me 1 second. I'll check for your email in a second, Paul, but those white calls are running through me. I gotta take a piss. All right, time out. 30 seconds. Man, Paul, where'd you email me from? Some place in the middle of the world? I didn't see your freaking email come through. I'm pretty sure I sent you the right email. blockchainandbrew@gmail.com. Did you send me a spam? Is that where it ended up, in the spam? My goodness, Paul. Just have to wait, man. Send me another one, just in case. It'd be fun to have somebody else come on. Though that being said, man, the H bar does not look like it is done running, man. I love the H bar, dude. Let's throw out the pie chart. Let's check out pie, bro. I don't even know where to look at it. I've never even looked at who holds Pi. Dude, a lot of places hold Pi. Good gosh, you guys see that? Pi coins on OKX, BitGet, GetIO, Mexi, Bitmart, CoinX, Weeks, OKX again. Frick, dude. Oh man, it has to come back to fill that CME gap, right? Ooh. Excuse me. Pi coin, man, it is a $1.18. The hell? The heck, oh, bro. Dude, I was telling these guys to mine Pi even after I quit, or I still kind of mine it, but it wasn't as hard. And these guys just mined it through the whole freaking market, bro. 4 years straight, dude. That's a straight rounded bottom. Random bottom pays bills. Whoop. They make the cup and handle, dude. You're making the cup and handle right there. Let's take a peeky right here. Bottom Pi coin. Come here, a little diagonal. Let me grab you. Why? Grab it. Gosh, dang it, dude. Freaking Pi coin's at least gonna go to I think $1.23. $1.23 with another 5 cents. I was looking at 6 minute. 6 minute's kind of scary. You got the divergence. Maybe I'll have a fake out and I can keep going. I did check the spam, Paul. I did. And not just that, I have my techie person right next to me and she's looking for it too. My little modder right there. You see her, Crypto Queen, little modder. She's modded herself into a mechanic. A wrench. She wrenched herself. Make sure you have the N between the blockchain and brew. Make sure you have the N. I'm waiting, man. I'm not going anywhere, dude. I'll wait. I'm chill, man. I'm chill. I actually just grabbed another White Claw, so what the hell? Might as well, right? So Pi coin, we're gonna go up another 5 cents. That's what I'm thinking. Everything's pointing to a fake out. There is divergence though on the 4 hour. Nope. 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 I take it back. Pardon me. I misread that in my own chart. Dude, that's a random freaking bottom almost too. Wow, dude. Tell me, look at this. Tell me, look at this. We have the 21 just sharp drop down here, right? Now it's crossing the 50 and everything else. Pi is going to be moving, bro. 94, 87. What the hell? The strength of Pi is so freaking strong. Wow. Oh, dude, that's a Jesus take the wheel. Oh my gosh, dude. Hand, head, hand. Oh my goodness. I wish I saw that. Dude, you would have been up so much. Dude, I would have put a fat long on Pi coin. Oh, jeez Louise. On the 12 hour too? Oh my gosh, it's not even done yet. What's Pi's all-time high? Where did it launch at? $2.75. Oh my, yeah. Everybody, when Trent and Ada joins us, we're gonna tell him that Pi coin is freaking higher than Ada. Dude, the gates are still open too on the freaking daily. Oh my gosh. 21's just crossing the 50. Dude, Pi's gonna be ripping, bro. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Pi's on a spree. Haven't got it yet. I don't know, man. We just had an interview, so I just gave it out like just a second ago. I'm gonna put my open beer right here. Or a closed beer right there. I'm gonna come back to this one. How do I keep adjusting this camera? And I feel like I'm shrinking more and more and more. Come on, man. Stupid game. Maybe you're just messing with me, Paul. I never did think about that. I guess that's a possibility. Trying to. I mean, you did the tongue stick it. My mod. Why is it not working? My wife says you're doing the wrong email, Paul. I mean, my mod. She's my mod, not my wife. I mean, she's my wife and my mod. She's my wife and my mod, man. She's more techie than me. I just know how to run things. Hold on. Paul, did you call it? Did you call it? Oh, Paul, look at that. You called at 105. Yeah, I see that. There's the email. You called it, Paul, at 105. You literally said that like an hour ago. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Well, here we are, boys. Paul called it. We got to get him on and interview him. Come on, Mr. G. Grab another Miller. Ah! Paul, I got you. I got you, Paul. I got to invite, copy link. They're coming. I got you, man. It took us a minute. There you go, sir. You got it. You literally called the Sats, and here we are right now, man. Yeah, I don't really care, man. You can smoke on it. It's just fine by me. Don't bother me, man. Might bother other people, but don't bother me. People are people, bro. I'd be smoking on my show if I if I didn't have a CDL. One, you should come on too, man. Send me an email, one. Oh, dude, White Claws have the best crack. We got Paul coming in. Out of stage. What up, Paul? Crack-a-lackin', dog. You literally called that too, man. 21. Oh, 105. 105K. Shit, dude. Moo Dang just hit up 100 freaking 42%.
All right. Can you hear me?
Moo Dang's pumping. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I hear you. You're live, right, bro.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
Don't bother me, man. Smoke live, dude. It's you all good, bro.
All right, right on.
Yeah, you freaking called that, dude. The 105.
Yeah, that was a lucky guess.
Yeah, we're still coming too. Strength kind of tilted down a little bit, but saying that we're oversold and the blue oscillator waves I see on my end are still pumping. You know how to share your screen? On the bottom of your screen should say present. If you click that, you should be able to pull up your trading view or whatever window you have it on.
Okay. Well, I'm not good with I'm not really a trader, you know? I'm just a stacker. So whatever screen you have up is fine.
All right, dude. We're watching the live, dude. It's pumping. And, dude, gates are open. Gates are open, dog.
Go.
12-minute. The oscillated waves aren't even close to clipping. Green saying number go up, strength going up. We actually flipped from oversold to overbought, or vice versa. Overbought to oversold. Maybe said that wrong. Red's coming in, money flows coming in. VWAP went down, but it's curving up again. So you got interaction on Bitcoin Network. The VWAP, oscillator waves, we're green. Candle just closed. We're pumping, bro. We're pumping right now. Leave it to Moo Dang to lead the way. What's Sweet doing? 24-minute VWAP is thick, dude. Strength coming up, saying we haven't flipped green yet, but it's still looking solid. That was a fat candle too. Doji candle for a trend reversal. It denied it and said, "Nah, we're gonna keep going." Take a quick peek at Sweet. Drop down a little bit.
I'm
Sweet,
excited about Bitcoin.
Dude, I know, man. How many people have you told about Bitcoin and they'll like hit you up? And they always hit you up at the top.
Yeah. So what's funny is people still make fun of me about being a Bitcoin nerd. And it's
I
like,
believe it.
Hello? You're on the wrong side of the trade.
You're on the wrong side, man. Dude, look at Sweet. Sweet is pumping, dude. I don't know why, dude, but Sweet loves to lead the way. I haven't been able to figure it out. I really like Sweet and Akash. I've been having really good time with Akash.
Make sure you take some profits this cycle on your alts for Bitcoin.
Frick yeah, dude. Take profits just to throw. I'm gonna throw it in Bitcoin, man. I really like George's how crypto RSS represents like how he builds his portfolios. I think it's 25% Bitcoin, 25% blue chips, 25% alts, and then 25% cash. And I think that's a really good balance because you always are stacking more sats. Wow.
Yeah, always try to get more sats.
Always trying, man. Sats are fire. Where are you from, anyways, Paul? Tell me about yourself. JG, what's up?
I live in Durango, Colorado.
Colorado? Where are you at?
Yeah, at Durango.
Durango. Okay. So how far is that from Denver?
6-hour drive.
6 hour, dude? That's far.
Yeah, if you catch it right.
Why is your state like my state, like super liberal?
I don't know. Colorado didn't used to be.
Well, either did Washington. We were hard red. Glenn Beck just said, which I'm not Mormon, but Glenn Beck said that, hey, everybody leave Washington State because they're too liberal. They made all these stupid rules. I'm like, it's not as easy as just uprooting and leaving once you have kids and a family and all that stuff. Like, it gets really kind of complicated. I'm hoping this market, I can make enough money to get my family out of here and be able to be self-sustaining.
Right.
Kind of my goal. What's up, Eric? What's crack-a-lacking, man? Between you, Paul, and the one, JG, you guys are all so supportive of us. I appreciate it. We actually got Mr. Paul right here. He's live in the freaking channel with us, guys, talking, hanging out with the Brew Crew.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Let's go, man. Where's your shirt, Paul? Is that a Bitcoin?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, let's go, man. I dig it.
I almost wore my Hillary for prison shirt, but I didn't want to make anybody sad, so.
Hey, it's okay, man. I dig it, man. I'm a Trumpy all the way. I told you my story. I've been in Mar-a-Lago twice. I said, Trump, you got to help out Seattle. I have it on video down there. I was like, bro.
Awesome. That's so awesome.
Hey, man. Eric, I got you covered. I got the White Claw already open, man. There you go. We got Mr. Miller. He's drinking Miller Lite in here. JG, he's talking to you, Paul. He says, nice to meet you.
All right. Heck yeah, nice to meet you too, brother.
We're just hanging out watching Bitcoin Pump live. We got a little sweet action coming down, but I don't think it's going to be done, man. I don't think it's going to be done. Thank you so much, by the way, Paul, for that $20 tip. That was phenomenal, bro. I'm holding my sats. I'm stacking these. I'm like, these are my first ones ever. Saving these.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, nice little burp right there. So what time is it for you then? You're 2-3 hours ahead, right?
7:15.
Oh, really? Only an hour? We're at 6:15 right now.
Okay.
Dude, Moon Dang's pumping right now, dude. I should have freaking 20% of Moon Dang this last hour. 20%. Dude, that's fire. Dude, markets are looking great, Eric. I agree. Just because you're in here, and I love you so much for all your support, we're gonna go look at SHIB. Shibi. Where's my little meme point section? Oh. Chill Guy's up 11. Chill Guy's up 12%. Virtual's up 13. Real quick. Piecoin's up 13% this last freaking 12. No, it can't be 12 minutes. What the hell is going on with Piecoin? Dude, I literally just charted this out. Dude, you guys saw me chart this Piecoin up to 123. I said 5 cents. That was like, what, 20 minutes ago? It's at 130 right now.
Are you able to sell Piecoin?
I have not done it yet, but I know you can.
Okay.
I have not done it. I've looked into it, but I haven't applied that much effort into it, to be honest with you. My wife looked into hers. She has hers staked for like another year, so she's kind of SOL until the bear market.
Oh my
Mine's
God.
not staked. I have a good amount. I don't know. I have like 1,200 Pi coins that I've been mining.
Nice.
But I just don't quite understand what Pi coin is. Like, I know that. Oh, well, I thought at first it was a real thing. Then somebody said, oh, it's a scam, and you just give your data away from mining it for free. I was like, that could be a possibility. So it kind of stopped and slowed down. But now it's a real thing on the blockchain. I'm like, well, shit, maybe I should have kept mining it. But I don't quite know what it does.
I don't understand how it works either.
I know it's a bunch of guys from Harvard, and I know that
Well, you should dump your Pi and buy Bitcoin.
right?
Yeah.
Sorry, trans texting.
When did you get into crypto to begin with?
2021, like March. I bought Dogecoin. I bought $100, about 10K of Doge.
Oh, nice.
And then I ended up thinking that I was a genius, and it went up my, $100 went to $1,000, and I ended up putting $3,000 into it, and that ran up to $3,000 into it, and everybody made fun of me, and I was like, hey, it's okay, it's coming, dude. I understand like the sentiment with Elon, because I was going to buy Tesla. That was my theory behind Doge, actually, is that when they first came out with their semi-truck, like for like long hauling, I really wanted to get in on that action, and I was like 18 at the time or whatever, and the semi-truck grand reveal came out, and I watched the markets kind of like dump on Tesla. I was like, oh, well, it's not ready yet for electric. I think that's the future where they're trying to head to. And I was like, it's kind of like negative. It gave me like a bad taste in my mouth. And then as the years went by, I went and checked back up on that stock like 4 years later, and I was like, dude, they already had 2 splits, and it went up all the way up at this price. I'm like, son of a biscuit. I was like, I was right, but I was wrong at the same time. So then I knew that everybody loved Elon, and so when he started pushing Doge, I was like, dude, it's going. I don't know how. I don't know anything about crypto, but I'm all in. And I literally had just bought my house at $3,000 in my savings, and we put it all in the Dogecoin. 3 months later, I cashed out $19,000, left $1,000 in there. Overnight, I literally woke up the next morning and had like $13,500 or 19 grand. Like, it kind of like flexed throughout the day. And I thought about it, I was like, dude, if I sell this right now and pay off my car and rebuild my savings, that's a huge win for me. And I originally bought it, and I had the thought process of, I found my dad's 1969 Dodge Challenger. It took forever. It took like 20 years to find because there was no bill of sales. The DOL got rid of the records, and I didn't know where to go to try to find it. Like, me and my whole family tried to find it. And when Facebook came out and did its thing, like, you had community pages where like towns had their own pages, and I shared a picture of it when I was sitting on it when I was like 6, so like 25 or something years ago. And somebody on the Facebook page goes, oh, that's my dad who bought it, blah, 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 blah. And so I ended up finding it. I bought Doge, and I was like, hey, I'm going to use this Dogecoin to buy his car back. The dude wanted like $64,000. It was stupid numbers. It wasn't worth that. It was worth that to me, but just,
right.
Like, he modded it and put Mustang seats, and the Challenger was a little different. He swapped the big block for the small block. And when I owned a Challenger myself, and I said, my dad would probably be more excited for me to pay off my car than it would be to try to buy his, and I don't know if I actually will get there. Like, it was more of a fun thought. And so I ended up selling my Dogecoin to pay off my Challenger, and that just was a huge burden off my shoulders. He was smiling ear to ear, like, my son got into crypto and he paid off his car and stuff like that. And I still have that guy's number, and I'm hoping somebody to buy it. I think it'd be really cool to drive my dad's car. Like, he built that car from scratch. And yeah, man, that's kind of like a little bit of my story.
Right on.
Dude, Elon and Saturday Night Live, dude. I really thought for sure that would have kept it pumping. But yeah, man. I mean, what's your story, Paul? Why'd you get into Bitcoin?
You want to hear like the 10-minute spiel or what?
Yeah, let's go
Yeah?
with it, man.
Okay.
Let's roll. It's all
I'll
good.
go with it. You can cut me off too if I'm yapping too much. So my dad taught me all about the importance of hard money.
Mm-hmm. Hard money
Way
as in
back.
cash, or hard money is gold?
Gold and silver, or just anything that's an asset. Even if you
Yeah,
own chickens, that's a real asset. You can't print
that's true.
chickens. Um, but my dad always warned of like inflation and government getting out of control and just printing money out of thin air.
Yeah.
And so anyway, my dad was a big gold stacker for years, and in 2009, my dad told me to start following this guy called Max Kaiser.
Oh, yeah, Max Kaiser.
So yeah, you know, if you know, you know. But and then I thought this guy was kind of nuts, and I thought my dad was kind of crazy too. I'm not gonna lie. but
Is your dad still with us?
no. So in 2012, my dad died. He got really sick and died, and he told me, he's like, just keep following Max Kaiser, and like you'll have a way better life. And so I tuned into Max Kaiser's show a couple times from 2013 to 2015, and all he was talking about was Bitcoin. And it's like, man, this is stupid. Like, I didn't take the time to learn about it. And then in 2016, I'm literally at the bar, and I meet this guy, and it was 2016. It was Trump and Hillary's second debate on television, right?
Oh man, what a night to be at the bar.
Yeah, for real. And like, so I'm sitting there and I'm talking to this guy, and I'm like, who's gonna win the election? And I'm in like liberal hell too. And
Yeah.
he's like, I just figured it was gonna be some liberal response, but he's like, I don't care about this election at all. He's like, I'm a Bitcoiner, and I'm like, Bitcoin? What? You're a nut job too. But so I totally blew him off, which was unfortunate. Like Bitcoin was like $600 then.
Yeah.
And 3 years goes by. I come into a little bit of money, and I look up my friend that I met at the bar who was telling me about Bitcoin, and I go over to his house and buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. This is April 2019, and it got me 0.91 Bitcoin, so like 91/100th of a Bitcoin.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I go back to his house 2 weeks later, and I had cash. I didn't do online banking. I'm not like good with computers.
Yeah.
And I go back to his house again 2 weeks later with another 5K in cash, and he's all mad at me, like, you can't just be bringing money over here, you know? What am I gonna do with all this cash? But anyway, he let me buy one more time from him for cash. I bought that $5,000, bought me 0.67 this time.
Yeah.
Instead of 0.91. And I was like,
that much changed in that
time. Bitcoin went up that fast in 2 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. And I just couldn't believe it, like for real. And so then I was hooked. Immediately just dumped it all into Bitcoin. And then this is summer 2019. And then I just started working overtime like every day at my job to stack more sats.
What'd you do for work?
And it doesn't matter. It's not, I don't want to talk about it, sorry. But
that's okay.
It's not exciting.
It's okay, man. I'm a garbage guy. How exciting can it get?
Okay. Yeah, for real. My job is probably even less exciting than yours. But anyway, so yeah, that's my Bitcoin journey, and I've just been stacking sats like a crazy person for 6 years now.
Hey man, you've been doing it right though, man. I started wrong. I was all like, okay, Bitcoin leads the way, right? Because I started with Doge, and I started at Doge. Okay, like when Doge became popular, so I watched all the altcoins outperform Bitcoin. That 3 months, that was my beginning. So I was thinking in my head, I was like, okay, well, Bitcoin goes up 5%, everything goes up 50%. You know, I was like, okay, I can get this concept by the alts, right? You know, by the alts. And then, dude, I got wrecked, bro. I got so wrecked because of that. And so now I'm like, okay, now I've watched enough people. I really like Crypto Lifer, Crypto George, All in Crypto, and all these other people now influencers in the space. And I can't tell you how I got involved in the influencer space because of other reasons, but watching Bitcoin print down for a quick second. But it was really interesting for me to see all the different strategies, and a lot of people preached whole like 25 to 50% Bitcoin. Everything else you could have 50, if you even had 50% Bitcoin, 25% alts, and 25% cash. I think that's a beautiful strategy because you kind of have Bitcoin to balance you out. And the problem was like as I was going up, I was like, yes, I'm feeling so good, but when alts dropped compared to Bitcoin, they dropped, man. You're like, your heart sank. You're like, oh, I can't even look at my portfolio. I'm so far down, like it just hurts. And I literally went through like a week or two of like, I'm not gonna look at it. I'm not worried about it. I know, you know, the bull run's coming. I just can't look at it. I just got trust in myself. And so that's kind of like what I did. But you know, I do think that if you can balance yourself out, dude, I know the freaking Picoin is just pumping like a nobody's business, dog. I literally said what? It was 118 when we were looking at it, and it literally just shoots up to 130. Like, I don't know what's going on with it. I wonder if there's some news drop, but I'll look it up right now. Even look at Moo Dang, okay? Freaking Moo Dang, this last hour, it went from 11 cents to 27 cents. Wait, 23 cents to 28 cents, and it looks like it's still pumping. It's just on fire right now. I don't even understand sometimes these coins. But, you know, I think that overall, it having a good balance, like, I think holding Bitcoin is going to be where your net worth is at. And then, like, actual investing is going to be in the altcoin tech. You know what I mean? Because Bitcoin, we both can agree on that. Bitcoin's a really, really good store of value.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, JG says the Asian market opened up. You know, it might just dump hard tomorrow. It's hard to tell. Or what was I looking up? You guys got me distracted. Oh, yeah, news for Bitcoin.
Yeah, make sure you keep a stash of Bitcoin, though, for the long term.
Oh, absolutely.
And always try to be adding to it little by little.
My goal is to be a Bitcoin crab. That's my goal. I don't know if I can ever become a whale. That's a lot of Bitcoins. Maybe over time I could get kind of close, but if I could become a crab, I'd be very happy with that. I think that's 20 Bitcoin. I think that's a reasonable amount.
20 Bitcoin.
You think 20 Bitcoin would be a good amount to hold for your, like,
yeah. I wish I had 20 Bitcoin.
Yeah, right?
For real.
For real, man. Pi Network price predictions. Pi Network surges past $1 as the bull run's eyes $2 milestone explosive rally. Pi Network once again in the spotlight. Picoin predicts blah, 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 with a 51% surge in 24 hours in trading volume jumping by more than 167%. The Picoin crypto value has caught attention of traders, investors, and analysts alike. As excitement mounts ahead of a major announcement with Picoin core team, so the announcement, right? Many are now setting their sights on $2 milestone. Picoin price breaks past key resistance after weeks of relatively flat movement. The Picoin value soared above $1, briefly touching $1.20. Now we're at $1.30. Before stabilizing, the rally places Pi Network coin among the top performing digital assets this week, driven by renewed optimism and rising speculation about the Pi Network's next move. Pi Network coin is gaining strong upward momentum after surpassing the $1 threshold source on TradingView. Technical indicators show immediate resistance at $1.40, while support has formed near the 80-cent level. Market analysts suggest that surpassing the $1.30 threshold will clear a path for a strong move toward $2, especially if the upcoming developments live up to the hype. Well, let's take a look real fast. Why are they saying $1.40? We're going to the daily. We're going to go to the daily because $1.40 is so specific. Let's scroll down. $1.40. Okay, yeah. Okay, I would say between what $1.30 and like really, to be honest with you, $1.30 to $2. That's kind of like the most pressure, but it's not a whole lot because we haven't had a lot of exposure to Picoin. So for it to be $1.40 to $2, it could rip through there quick and fast, ferociously. That's how I see it. I mean, we haven't really played around these levels too long. So we Picoin could rip. It's against strong momentum indicator, blah 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 blah. But 40 anticipation. Well, actually, I don't know these announcements they're talking about. It says May 14th, so we got 3 days till then this announcement. So it could be buy the rumor, sell the news. We could see that. It says much of the momentum behind Picoin's rally is tied to a highly anticipated announcement from the Picoin core team, expected on May 14th during the Consensus Conference of 2025 in Toronto. Dr. Nicholas Kokalilis, the founder of Picoin, is scheduled to speak at the event, and the timing has sparked intense speculation about potential ecosystem level upgrades. According to the analyst, his name is Dr. Altcoin. Becoming real. I can't stop laughing. Dr. Altcoin, the upcoming reveal could be turning point. This may not just be a regular update, he noted. There's talk of a broader app ecosystem and even real world utility integration. Potential upgrades including decentralized dApps, gaming projects, and enhanced Pi wallet functionalities, possibly making Pi currency usable for a daily transaction. This also rumors of the community governance features such as decentralized autonomous organization, a DAO, being introduced to give users more control over Pi Network's future. Okay, first off, I'm not a pro DAO guy. If it goes to a DAO, I'm very negative towards that space. The only one that I've ever seen be a DAO functionally really well is Cardano. Cardano has done a very good job at staying decentralized. Most things don't do that good as a DAO, and I'm speaking from personal experience with this. And also a lot of the dApps being decentralized and having DeFi and what all the other rumors they said, dApps, gaming projects, all this enhanced stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, straight off the bat, I don't believe any of that crap. Just because who's developing on the Pi network? Okay, who has a good gaming project? Not a lot of people have even heard of Pi. Like, it's only been out for 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 months tops. Like, has that time to develop a real game? Okay, fun facts. Look at Beam, look at Gala. It's taken years, and they still have problems. Like, Pi might not have the problems. I actually don't understand the whole circulation of the Picoin and how it runs with, like, is there a set supply? Is the treasury? Is there no cap on the amount they have? Is all, the devs have it? I have no idea. I don't know that much about Pi. I'm just being honest. I know a lot more about things that I hold. But regardless, for them to say like this next upgrade in 6 months they have dApps and gaming projects and enhanced, I'm very cautious on how well they will perform, because a lot of times, like Solana, they promised all these things. We're doing 200,000 transactions a second, or whatever, the blocks, or however they did a crap load of transactions. Okay, but the fact that Picoin has all these things and it's supposed to work flawlessly, it seems like too good to be true. And a lot of times when things are too good to be true, they are. But another thing interesting about Picoin is it was around in 2021. They were developing, so I don't know how big the development team was in 2021. Maybe they had people building gaming stuff, and they've been following them along. It's hard for me to believe that is what happened, but it's a possibility. So, go Pi. I like people making money. So if people can make money, then good for everybody. It will be interesting. Maybe Pi could have just peaked out too, because Moodang seems to be pumping with Pi, and it just came down 2 cents. So Pi went to 130, came down 4 cents. How do you feel about Theta and T-Fuel?
Me? I have no idea.
It used to be a streaming thing, but they really have pulled away from like a streaming platform from crypto, and they do a lot more like I do believe like render and other sources of power to help project AI, other tokens along that way. I've never been a huge render guy, but I have some friends that they love it. Okay. To me, I like seeing too the engagement of a lot of these crypto communities and the development coming from them. Like Helium, I think Helium is a pretty neat project, and the fact that you can put your cell phone on the Helium network and actually earn Helium tokens, and it's like what, $40 a month, and they say they use like all the towers. I don't even know how you gather. I'm sorry, I'm reading one's comments. Yeah, one agrees with me. He's like, the LOL, the ecosystem. Like, yeah, who's had 6 months to build the ecosystem out on Pi? Like, seriously, didn't Picoin just get in trouble for dumping on everyone? I actually don't know. JG, real gamers laugh when they hear random companies talk about gaming just to attract the mass. Even the Swee's console is ridiculous. Sweet even has a console? That's news to me. I haven't even heard of that. They put out a better product than Nintendo, Asus, Lenovo, and Valve. I know, right? Nintendo. Do you see how Nintendo, they just have the Switch 2 that if you mod it, they can have the rights to turn your Nintendo Switch into a block? That's pretty wild to me. I mean, talk about super centralized. You mod into a block? Yes. 1 second. 1 second. Guys, guess who that was? It was the boss, okay? She said, Mother's Day, time to go. But I just want to say thank you for everybody who showed up today. Thank you, Paul, for coming on. Thank you for troubleshooting with us and getting the email all set up. It's really great to talk to other people on here besides myself. I try to read the comments as fast as I can. Thank you so much. You guys all have a great Mother's Day. Paul?
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Nice to meet you,
Mother's Day. Thank you, sir, Mr. Paul. Where's my mouse? I have to find it on all these different monitors. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Monday's around the corner. Everything's looking good. Let's rock and roll. Bitcoin do.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's say Bitcoin do $14,000 this week. That's what I would love to see. You know, I'm thinking like a week and a half. But let's go. Let's go, Paul. Let's go, Bitcoin. Brew Crew out.
Bye, guys.
Dabby.